You know, we started 2020 filled with vision, and I think we got to look back and figure out what lessons we learned. Sis, we about to put 2020 to bed. Hi, thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. What's up, Fertility fam? We gotta do what? Let's get those babies, ladies. Drops fall and the beauty of it all. What's up, Fertility fam? How are you? Thanks for joining me for Storytime. It's a good night story, in fact. If you're like, girl, who's going to bed on New Year's Eve? Sis, we about to put 2020 to bed. Where do we start? 2020 started off like any other year. I was full of hopes and anticipation and filled with excitement. I made a vision board. I had plans for 2020. Typical stuff, you know, weight loss, getting my baby, little things. And so I started off the year with this video. I did a post last night on Instagram. And I was talking about loving my body. I was like, at first I was torn about it. I got on the scale, I was 164. And it is what it is, though. I thought, you know, my body has done some amazing things. Like, I've given birth, I donated a kidney, I've gone through IVF. I'm asking a lot of my body, so I'm not going to body shame myself. It is what it is. Today is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. And we just move forward from there. I think overall, we have to embrace who we are and where we are. So I want to come from a positive place and move forward. Not that I'm in a bad place, but I'm human and there's opportunity for improvement. And so I want to seize that. And I'll feel better. I'll be healthier. I want to take care of my body because it has done some amazing things so that it can continue to do amazing things. And yeah, that's where I am. That is where I am. So I'm excited, and I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow. I think I'm going to start on Wednesday, but I'm definitely going to exercise this week. We got a little bit of snow this morning, but it wasn't too bad. It was like rainy, snowy. When I looked out, there was snow on the tops of cars, but nothing too crazy. So it is chilly, but I have enough, I think, to wrap myself up. And maybe I'll do like one of these on my neck and then one on my head. Yeah. I have one that I use for hiking, but it wasn't as wide as this. And so I wanted to have it be wider. But there were some people who worked at it and they said they could breathe through it, like if they put it over their mouth, which I thought was good. So it's not like, you know, uncomfortable while I'm out there. I think my ears are what I'm really like most worried about because they get chilly and I don't necessarily want to wear a hat while I'm out there because it'll dry my hair out. So you got to think of all these things, right? Set yourself up to be successful. All right. So that is working toward one of my goals, which is to be fit. Yeah. So what about you? What are you doing to work on your goals? Have you set your goals yet? I am going to share that video with you. I'm not sure if you'll see that first or this one first, but I will, as promised, go over my 2020 goals and, the vision that I have for myself. 2020 is about vision, right? All right, fam, here's the outfit. I was gonna do just like a silent drive-by, but I love it so much I had to talk to you guys about it. So it fits perfectly. The bra fits perfectly. I'm gonna show you guys actually. It has like this wide band across the back, so you don't get like the roll up. You see that? It's awesome. And it's a sports bra, but it has the hook and eye, so you can adjust it. And then all of this, it just fits perfectly. I don't have like, in my other one, I was like coming out of the sides. So that is that. I have to tell you guys, it's a 36, I think it's an E. I was going to do triple D and then I was like, everyone said it fit perfectly. So I was like, let me just be sure. Cause the other one I have is a triple D and it's too tight. So this is nice. Pants are so soft. Pockets are nice. My phone, my Max 10, the iPhone fits perfectly in there. There's room to spare. I've got two if I want to do my keys or whatever else. Of course, I added my Christmas vest so I can stay warm. I also have a windbreaker, so depending on how cold it is outside, I can put the windbreaker on, but love this. I'm excited! taking better care of myself, taking very good care of myself in 2020. Off to a good start. I know. You're like, girl, you showing us a video about trying on clothes and your weight loss. Don't everybody do that every year? They do. But there are two interesting things about this video. I filmed it on January 6th, which was a Monday, the day before I had broken up with Blue. Normally, it would have been soul crushing. Like, we were on again, off again for 6 years. And so normally the day after a breakup, I'm like crying. I can't think. I can barely breathe. It's just gut wrenching. And the fact that I was like, didn't miss a beat, was up doing a video, opening up my Amazon box, like nothing ever happened, was a sign to me that it was clearly time to move on. Like, I was emotionally, mentally, physically ready to move on. It wasn't in my body. It didn't feel my body, the breakup, and I kept it moving. The other thing interesting about that clip, the clothes that I was trying on, little did I know that I would be wearing them for most of the year thanks to the pandemic that was coming. I spent most of 2020 in yoga pants and those exercise tops and those lovely sports bras most days. Then we get into February, and February should have been okay, right? Then I got the news that my mom had cancer. And the way that the news was delivered to my mom was when she had her scan, they told her, the technician, it's so much. I don't know where it starts or where it ends. And so that's the message that my mother relayed to me. My sister was there with her, and it was heartbreaking. So Dr. Google, peritoneal cancer, what is that? I mean, I know what the peritoneal cavity is, and so basically it's an offshoot of ovarian cancer. Depending on how it presents, they either label it as ovarian or peritoneal, but basically it comes from the epithelial cells. Thank God that I've spent the last few years studying women's fertility, so I was very clear on what it was, where it was, and how it impacted the body. So I took that information, got on a plane, and headed to California. So the interesting thing about my clips as I go to California, it was the last time that flying would be normal for me. I had drinks, I had food, no one had masks, it was fine. And I just felt weary my whole way there, like filled with dread. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I got there, my sister had warned me. She said it's going to be jarring. Even when someone tells you that, you don't know what that means, especially when it's someone you love, you just kind of brace yourself. I knew it was bad. My mom was having trouble just getting up and down the stairs, and if you know my mom, she's like the Energizer Bunny. So the fact that, I mean, she could get up and down the stairs on her own fine, but it drained her of so much energy. I remember one day she'd come back from a doctor's appointment and just crawled in her bed with all her clothes on, which is so unlike my mom. She's very into her clothes, very into everything, diva extraordinaire. And so we moved my mom out of her home and into my sister's home. Can you guys see me? We're at my sister's house. We are looking at a room we're gonna move mom into over here. Just came back from chemo. Here's my niece, Elsa. Say hi, Elsa. Okay, I'll show you this. This is the room that we painted. Let me turn it around. So it was like, this color, which is kind of off, that's supposed to be painted. So the walls were painted white, and then that one, let me turn it around, was painted gray. See there? And this is all taped off. But you see this mess? We tried to get we did get a air sprayer because we were gonna do the ceiling, and that was, we got more paint on us and on the floor than on the ceiling. It's the 26th of February. I'm at my mom's house. I'm in California. Overall, she's in good spirits. She's in quite a bit of pain. I know this because she says she's in pain, and she's a pretty tough cookie, and tries to muscle through it. So there's a lot going on. It's super weird. She's lost a lot of weight. She weighed in at 93 pounds today, which she was up 3 pounds from last week when she was 90 pounds. So that's good. I'm feeding her a lot. She says I'm stuffing her, but it's good that I'm here because I can cook for her so she's not eating too much processed foods. I mean, we had pizza tonight, but we were exhausted from a day of chemo. There was moving day, and there was, I mean, my mom has a baby grand piano. There were 4 rooms full of stuff, upstairs, downstairs, not only the guest bedroom, but her upstairs craft room, her upstairs office, her own bedroom upstairs, 2 bathrooms. I mean, it was a lot, and we were on a time schedule to get out of there. Hey fam, it is Saturday the 29th of February. It's leap year, or leap day of leap year. We're moving today, so my cousin is here over there. Wait a minute. She's helping pack. My sister went to get the moving truck. I'm gonna take pictures of the living room for the last time before it all goes away. Mom did all this herself. There's the piano. That is actually not getting moved until Monday when the piano movers come. But yeah. There's cousin Keisha. Say hi.
You know, I hate pictures.
Oh my God. You and mama. Oh my God. And your mom. Okay. So that is that. That is, we're packing up. Keisha is Michelle's daughter, who is my mom's, are you allowed to say that? Their favorite sister? It's her favorite sister. She passed away in 2006. So anyway, she also lives in Sacramento, so she's helping mom. For whatever reason, mom doesn't trust my packing. It's fine by me. All right, this day is turning out to be super stressful. We are at the storage place to put mom's stuff away. My sister got these two storages that are like, I think 10 by 12. Moved her into my sister's house. So we had already prepped the room and everything else for my mom to move into. There was one spare room. My mom stayed in the spare room. I slept in the living room on an air mattress, and that became my life for the next 4 months. That's it. And then it all goes away into the hallway until tonight. All right, we are packing up, getting ready to go for mom's infusion. This is cycle 2, day 1. There's Erica. Hey! Erica picked this up last week. They have these little volunteer baskets, and so I picked the wrong diva. Hello, fam. So we're back home, and for some reason, we's tired. We are all tired. Sister's over there laying down playing solitaire. I'm editing for you guys, trying to keep my eyes open. Mom has just emerged from the bedroom, still wanting to cook dinner. So she's gonna do tamale pie. Last night my throat was hurting. E said hers was too, but she's not been coughing. I coughed once at the hospital and I think twice since I got here. So I'm a big hypochondriac anyway, but I definitely don't want COVID-19. And then Cheyenne told me somebody at her school had it March 11th, so they just sent out a note. They're doing remote learning right now, but last weekend she had a fever and a cough, and the doctor told her to stay in for 48 hours, and then she decided to go out. So I'm a little annoyed about this messaging about the young people are not gonna die from it. I don't think that's the point. If you're a carrier, stay in. And now they're saying that there are young people who are dying, so let's just all try not to get it. I sync with mom on her meds, but she's in a cleaning frenzy of laundry and other stuff, so I'll sync up with her later. She's dodging me. I won't let her dodge me. Worried a little bit about Cheyenne. Someone at her school, at her college, was diagnosed with the COVID-19, and Cheyenne had been sick. I believe it was last weekend. I asked her to look at, yeah, it was. I think she got sick on the 13th last Friday, and the person got diagnosed or was last on campus on the 11th. I'm not sure when they tested positive. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the emotional side of being a caretaker, because it's a little odd. Like I'll be 50 next year. I haven't lived with my mom and my sister since, oh my God, my sister was 5 or 6. So it's been 30 years. I mean, we've done vacation together, but you're in another country or you're you know, I'm in my mom's room because sometimes I just come to California and veg out with her. So the dynamics are a little interesting. I would say the first week of moving in here was pretty hellacious, dynamics wise, and I feel like it's kind of settling out, but it is a little weird. And I was talking to my other sister, we have the same dad, my sister Jamie, and her mom is going through dementia, and she was talking about kind of what that experience is like and still feeling like a child but being an adult. And I definitely have that sense of like still feeling like I'm 16, 17 years old. There isn't enough therapy in the world to teach you to manage this. I think I've gone through a lot of therapy and I like have learned about my relationship with my mom, but I get to practice it and then fly 6,000 miles away. So in it every day, practicing it is a little bit challenging. I know she means well, I know I mean well, I know we all want to have a happy outcome. So I try to focus on that. Oh my God, I didn't think I was gonna get teary. Sorry guys. Today's Wednesday, it's the 22nd of April. Sunday was Mom's birthday, so we were super excited that she got another birthday on Earth. And then Monday was my childhood best friend's birthday. Happy birthday, Ishlatia. I am done working for today. What? Why am I working on a Wednesday? So because the hospital is not allowing me to go in with Mom anymore as a care provider, I decided to stop taking Wednesdays off. Elsa's looking at me. Look, she's ready to go for a walk. Mom and what's going on with that. So everything has gone to plan. I won't say it's great because obviously having cancer is not great, but everything has gone to plan. Her markers are down, and she's doing really well as far as her response to the chemo, and so that's amazing. So they've scheduled a surgery date, so it will be the 8th of May, which is the day after my birthday. She's going to have her surgery. It's laparoscopic. Hopefully she'll get to go home that night, but it depends on how well she recovers. She's got to use the restroom, number one, and number two. Of course, with the COVID, we cannot stay in the hospital with her, so that's why hopefully she gets to come home straight away. She went into surgery on May 8th, and she had all of her reproductive organs removed, so full hysterectomy. By the end of May, we got the news back that she was 100% cancer-free. I thank you all for all the prayers, for all of you guys who messaged me privately, who DM'd me on Instagram, who sent me emails. I felt you lifting me up from afar, and I can never repay you with the gratitude that I feel. And I have to say, I wasn't sure when I went out there if that was going to be the end of my mom's journey on Earth, because I had received so many messages from a lot of you who had known someone who had died from peritoneal cancer. Usually the prognosis is not great, mainly because by the time you're diagnosed, it's already in its advanced stages. So she was in advanced stages when I got there. I made plans to come back to New York. I just got to SFO, and it's a ghost town here. Hey guys, so I made it to LAX. It's a little busier at LAX than it was at San Francisco. SFO. I think they're routing more planes through here. But yeah, I'm in the Skyline. I have an hour until boarding. But there's free liquor, which is important because they're not serving any on the flights. They're limiting contact, so get a bottle of water in a bag handed to us with some snacks. But yeah, this is my last, well, when I get on, it'll be my last leg of the trip. I can't wait to get in my own bed. Hi guys, this is JFK. It's all closed. It's so busy. Very different world, right? I think that's when I really started to understand that the world had been hit by COVID. The airports were sparsely filled. You got food in a plastic, all wrapped in plastic and then in a paper box.
There was no alcohol, which if you know me, I like to fly with a little something something.
I very much understood that COVID was happening, but it just wasn't happening to me. Like, it didn't impact my job. It didn't really impact my life. It was a little bit of an inconvenience that I kind of had to deal with. When I got back to New York, it hit me loud and clear. New York had been the epicenter while I was gone, and things were boarded up. There had been this civil unrest and demonstrations, and so
there's a dog sniffing me.
there had been civil unrest and demonstrations, and businesses were closed for good. There were businesses that were boarded up due to the demonstrations, and some were just gone for good. I think one of my first outings was back to the acupuncturist, and that just gave me a sense of normalcy and calm. I went to see Clara. There's something about Clara when she puts hands on me that it just releases everything. So that was good. So I've been here 3 months. I've been back 3 months. I posted a picture of the girls and they've been keeping me on my toes. They make me so happy. The first week I got back, like I got here on the 4th, and I think acupuncture had opened up the week before. So I've been going weekly for that. I go to the OBGYN tomorrow.
Physical, give me a referral to my mammogram. That'll be it.
So after returning to New York and getting settled in, I had to figure out 2 things. Where was I going to live, and if I was going to stay with Share Fertility. After sleeping on an air mattress, I looked at Cheyenne and thought she needs her own room and her own bathroom. And so we started looking for places. Cheyenne found this place, and here we are. We love it. We have outdoor space. We have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 soaking tubs, which is quite lovely. It was a lengthy process to get in. I had to demonstrate liquidity for 6 months. And that reminded me of just how blessed that I have been through this pandemic. I know a lot of people lost their jobs or were impacted financially by the pandemic. And by the grace of God, I was not. By the grace of God, I was not. And so I'm forever grateful for that. And also cognizant that it could all be gone tomorrow. So I think it just makes me look at everything a little bit different, right? That 2020 hindsight.
We're twins. Look. We're twins.
I've moved. I'm in my new place. I'm in my new bedroom. And a lot has happened since the last time I talked. It's definitely a year and a time in a year to be grateful. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful for it all. The last thing I had to tackle for 2020 was my RE situation and what I was going to do about bringing my take-home baby home. And part of it was, should I stay with Cher or should I go back to Columbia? My heart of hearts, I really love Dr. McConnell. I left Columbia because Cher had more experience with advanced maternal age AMA. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to use my own eggs, I'll go there. When I made that decision, I was 48 years old. I have since turned 49. I will be 50 in May. The realization of wanting to go back to Columbia, there were 2 things. One, I knew they had concierge service regarding egg donors. Like, they would pick the donor for me, which I was having a hard time sorting that out at Share, and it was just very time consuming. I work a lot of hours. I don't have a lot of free time in the day to go back and forth with someone about contracts and getting a lawyer and doing all this. I used the same lawyer that I had used for my donor sperm agreement back from 2018. So that was pretty straightforward, but then negotiating things and going back and forth just took its toll on me. And they wanted $16,000 up front before they ever matched me with the person. That seemed a little bit crazy. And when I said, will I get the $16,000 back if we're not a match? And they were like, oh, we'll try to find someone else for you. So I just thought, given all of that, it was time to go back to Columbia. I think that we're just going to go straight to donor cycle. Oh my God, that week I had an SHG, which is the saline sonohistogram, colonoscopy, and I had oral surgery. So all of my orifices had something in that week. And in that order, we had it done. So SHG came back clear. Colonoscopy came back fine. The medication that you have to take to clear out your intestinal tract, that medication is brutal. So that came out fine. I don't have to go back for another 10 years. So that was good. And so here we are. They've picked a donor for me. I have my egg donor picked out. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll put it, I think it's over here or over here. I picked a new sperm donor. So that sperm is sitting in Columbia's cryo
Preservation system.
My egg donor is meant to start stemming in January. So all in all, I feel like I made the right decision, and I have no qualms about it. I had to come to donor eggs in my own time. Had I done it too soon, I'm not sure if I would have bonded. I'm not sure if I would have been okay with the outcome or been resentful that I felt like I was forced into it or I had settled. I had to get there with my heart, and I think going through everything with my mom and being closer with my mom and my sister on the other side of the cancer battle just brought home to me of wanting to expand my family and having more people to love. And however I become those person's mom, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So yeah. Woo! I don't know about you guys, but I will not miss 2020. Let's have a toast. Raise your glass in the air. Goodbye, 2020. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you take a moment to reflect and dig into that 2020 hindsight that you gained, and take a moment to think about 2021 and all that it holds. For me, I want to hold my baby, and that is what I'm working toward. Baby does to us all.